The only thing we just rely on is election campaign, and then we bring up leaders. To the point of
it's from my village.
the legislature supposed to come up.
Christian. You understand? They go to churches, they go to mosques.
No. That's one of that's the problem we have. That's the problem we have.
But there's money in the country, just that we don't invest. We don't try to make money.
Every human being we want more than less in economic theory.
Hey, it is Saturday and it is the end of the week and it's exciting. We're just going to finish this and we're taking on a good break. Tomorrow we'll have a rest while we prepare for Monday. Today is the 16th of August, 2025. And we, perhaps there is need for us to take a look at the very, very sensitive aspect of the Nigerian life. This is what I will determine when Nigeria will move on or will go. Whether I'm going to move forward or backwards is determined by this very little thing we're going to talk about today. What am I going to talk about today? I want us to examine the way we elect people to offices in Nigeria. It's a very difficult topic. I intend not to talk about it because I'm tired of making enemies, but I seem not to have a choice. At the end of the day, somebody has to deal with the mess. And so that's where I am. I have to deal with some of it. And sometimes you guys don't understand me. I don't come here to actually talk down on you, but actually to give you another sense of reasoning on how we could do things and things can be done better. And that's what we're going to look at today. I hope I will be able to join my people almost immediately, but I'm looking at if they are around, I will bring them in. Once they are set, I will bring them in so that we can talk and actually thrash this issue together. Asaba is there. I don't know whether she's seated. Yes, it's like Asaba is seated. So let me quickly add Asaba before I even go on with this topic today. Very good morning to you guys in Asaba. Hello, Asaba. Asaba. See, they're still sleeping. Anyway, that is it. Once Asaba is set, I will keep them there. Once they're set, I'll bring them back and then we can talk. Like I said, today's topic is a rather difficult one. It's electronic transfer. Now, I'm going to use only one parable and I'll play with it throughout this broadcast. It's an African saying that he who plays the piper dictates the tune. It's you that is playing it. You're the one that dictates it. And that is why it is very important what we're going to do today. We vote people to office, but the truth is we do not actually vote some of them in. Some of them were selected. And now it's not a problem. For me, it's not even a problem who is selected and who is not. The problem is when somebody is selected, he becomes accountable to those that select him. But if we elect him, he will be accountable to us. Let me put it this way. If I want to run elections, and somebody give me money and makes the election possible for me, naturally I will be submissive to that person. I think we are going through that in Delta State at the moment. Why Okowa is still very relevant in Delta State is because he spent a lot of money and he spent a lot of time to bring in a Oboriwori. These are facts. We all know it. There's no way Oboriwori on earth alone would have been able to defeat Edeye. But he did because Okowa was there. And he's not loyal to Oboriwori. That is why your number, is it, where is this now from my AIT, who is now commissioner, two commissioners, commissioner for works and commissioner for communication. This guy, you think you are so important. For God's sake. Sometimes I look at him and I get angry. Who the hell do you think you are? In a state where you have people like us, look at yourself and talk to us. Do you think you're dealing with fools? But you have the chance, you're using it. Who's going to fight you? And Nigerians, we can't talk. When I talk, you guys get angry that the Christ is doing this, that the Christ is doing that. But if we don't talk, what does that mean? It means we are all part of it. That's why people like us will raise our voice. You know, it's annoying. And I'm just giving you an example when people are not elected. If Oboriwori hadn't got any help from Okowa, if we actually voted for him, and he know Okowa was not part of it, Okowa will not be as important in appointing this, in appointing that, in appointing this. That's it. The only reason Charles Anyagu is commissioner for works and at the same time commissioner for information is because they know say that works, now they do all the, that's where the big contract they go. Go and look at it, you will find that the Ministry of Works is where the whole money is going. Communication, maybe the guy is not performing, bring him in. The other guy, the news that reached me is that he has his own production kit. So he's not able to share. Now only you get now only go take the contract, now in company go film her, and then go edit her. So the whole big budget, how many hotels don't get? Charles, they come for you, we go meet one day. Nobody say this is personal. Let me put it this way, it's personal. But on the overall, in the state, this is why. This is very why we are where we are. Because Okowa contributed. And we do know that even the big boys that play some money, like Tompolo, who sponsor part of it, he has a lot of voice. Well, perhaps that is what it is. This is a natural thing. I'm not blaming Oboriwori for this. I'm not blaming Okowa for fighting for his interests. And I'm not so blaming Tompolo for sponsoring anything, because this is what we have to do. That is the game ahead of us. And if you want to be part of this, you got to play it. And listen, I wasn't going to even vote for the year. You know why? One, the guy is a little bit arrogant, is pompous, and I can see that the body was also behind him. So the question is, either you are loyal to Okowa, loyal to a body, you will not be the same. We want an independent candidate, Urobo. Kai, I don't know which language I can speak here today. We want a candidate that is independent, that will be accountable to us. It's difficult to find out anywhere in the world. But that is what we need to get in Nigeria if we want to move forward. Let me bring Asaba back.
Good morning.
Good morning, London.
Asaba Wado, that's what we talk. Una know they pray, they proud of our language. Una they say, if we do this for people, you see, before if I say Wado enough and enough, another person will say, what is Wado? They will learn it. Anyway, you're welcome.
London,
you guys
what's up?
Una call on.
No, you know you're in London. London people will not understand Mingo. That's why we are giving you the English way of greeting. Yeah.
Yeah. In those days, Evelyn, if you do that kind of thing, your head will be cut off. Women, they loyal to us. But these days now, they put us for prison. Anyway, let's see. What I want to talk about today, yes, is our electoral system. We're not going to get anywhere until that is fixed. I used a very big parable this morning. I said, he who plays the piper dictates the tune. If I use my money, go marry my wife, now me know I wanted the drum. You can't tell me, now me go marry her. Do you understand? She's my wife. She's not your wife. You can do, if now your wife, now say it for Twitter. No, but not that my wife. She's my wife. So what I'm trying to say is that people like the big boys, they sponsor elections in Nigeria. They make us, in fact, they impose candidates on us. And they find their way. And now, it is easy to say, they should not be doing that. If I am in their shoes, I will do the same. Where will I leave the power for somebody else to take it? But is that good for our democracy? The answer is no. So I want us to look at that together. And like I said, I quickly draw the matter down to Delta State. You know, in Delta now I get my record plenty. You understand? You find out that even in Lagos State, the most performing governor of a time was removed because he wasn't loyal to Baba. Ambode was removed. Ambode was the most performing governor in Nigeria at the time. But he was removed because he wasn't loyal. It's a lesson. We now know. Look at what happened in Rivers State. He wasn't loyal. He was removed. You see, and I said to them, if you dine with the devil, what you get is what you get. But if you had come in on a clean boat, nobody can dare that with you. Now, like I said, in Delta State at the moment, we know Okowa brought in Oboriwori. He's dictating the tune from behind. That one, I tell her, say, a personal issue, me with go settle am. He has no right to be commissioner for works and commissioner for information. Who are you? In a state where we have how many intellectuals? Who is he? Didn't they insult me to my brain? One day we'll go settle the matter. We'll settle am. And when we want to settle am, man, go be friendly manner. Anyway, so I am saying that. But why is this happening? How could this be happening? I have only a few minutes to do my own, so my children can present their matter because the platform is full today. Why is this happening? How could it be happening? There must be a reason for all this. And that's what I wanted to sort. We need to sort it now. The time to sort that is now. One of the reasons I found out is for Okowa to be able to maneuver the results, he needs us. You know what he did? He has been able to buy the candidate. Anyway, those of the primaries, even whether primary done with I think a time will come where primaries will be done by every one of us because that is where they decide. But we can actually punish the party if they pick the wrong candidate if our votes count. So the problem is our vote as Nigerians don't count. And sometimes, because this is where it comes, the power is actually with us. Okowa cannot change that election all by himself. He needs us. Even if he wants to win the election, he needs us to help him to win the election. So we all have a part in this. But I understand that we have been made powerless. How do we solve that? That is why in 2023, before the 2023 election, effort was made to bring in the beavers. Because we believe with the beavers, if we work electronically, I vote, my vote counts immediately and it's reflecting in the center. Nobody can touch it. But what did they do? But anyway, you get power. Una change beavers overnight. Una change them overnight. Even as long as till today, we know the problem of that election was the beavers. As we speak, that issue has not been resolved. So we're going back to another election blindly again, knowing they're going to do the same thing. So how can a good person become the president or a governor? That's the question of the day. I hope I have my keys back quickly. Evelyn, are you guys there?
We are here live and direct.
Okay, good. I said that during the last election, in fact, the Ninth Assembly, in their wisdom, said, okay, we need to have the beavers. So the beavers was meant to make sure that as soon as you vote, your vote is reading over at the coalition center. But it didn't happen. They tried to make another law to shortcut that so they can actually say, oh, it cannot happen. It cannot happen because Hadokowa knew that, okay, even if you force a body on us, the other people can decamp and the other party will win because it's our vote that will count at the end. They will be careful. There will be no purity in our system. Our electoral system will never work for us until our vote counts. And the only way our vote can count is if we are allowed to vote electronically. Because these people will buy the papers in between. They will change the result like what they did. You see, what is so painful is, you know how much we spend on the beavers? We spent 305 billion naira to bring in beavers because we realized it is important and it was a good spend. 305 billion wasted. Now, let me give you this. So Nigeria, that's why you clap for yourself. You understand? Let me just give this statistics. Do you know how long it took Ghana? As we're doing that, let me give Estonia first. Estonia is a very small country. The last election took us 3 to 5 days to manually count the result. Nigerians were waiting. 3 to 5 days. While they were doing that, Estonia, it took them less than 24 hours to have the result of their parliamentary election. Now you are going too far. Let me give you Ghana. Ghana, they're behind us, they're with us there. It took Ghana just 12 hours to declare presidential result electronically. 12 hours. Now let's talk of India. India have 1 million polling stations. Not voters, so 1 million polling stations. Within 8 hours, the result were out. 1 million polling stations. Nigeria, it took us 3 to 5 days to get result for 176,000 polling stations. Somebody is whining. Now, you know why this thing doesn't make sense? Now, my children, you guys need to be listening to me with open mind today. Do you know the innovations? All the innovation today in IT are actually more functional in the Nigerian state. Let me give you this shocking result. We have 122 million internet users. That is even underrating it. And we are not using something like the fintech. We have the best. Plotter and Paystack is working perfectly in Nigeria. When I talk like that, that one is simple too. That's you're going far. Evelyn, you all have your ATM card. With your ATM card, you can go. They said, oh, there are a lot of people with a fake NIN and fake beavers. How many accounts do they have? How many bank accounts were they able to have in Nigeria? Show us. But at least with that one, your vote is counting because your money is not being diverted to another place. Because that is what controls your money. Your BBN and your NIN, make sure your money is going to the right place, and your money you take, and you know it is calculated at the same time. You don't wait. If you transfer money now, you withdraw it, it reflects on your account immediately. Why can't our result, our election be done that way? Let's see whether I have made it back. Why can't our election be done the same way? That you go there, you vote, and that minute, the result is immediately transferred to the center without any delay. That way, they will not be able to cheat us. You know, from the time you finish voting, the Tinubu boys can't carry on, or the Matiko boys can't carry on. It's not only one person, no. They are all part of it. And before the Mokowa boys do what they did, you know the implication is. Tomorrow, you go see hot there. Today, it favor you. Tomorrow, that thing will be your nightmare. Because you're in power now, it's favoring you. The day another person takes over the power, it will favor that person. It is cheaper and it is better for all of us to have a free and fair system that would be disadvantage to me and advantage to me today and tomorrow. Let the people vote count. It cannot be better than that. You see, let me give you one thing. See, God. Oh no, Nigerians, let me tell you this, and I'm going to tell you another aspect of it. That will be personal. Let me just make the two presentations we can talk. That decrease. This is what I wrote this. I voted in 8 elections in the UK. 8. I'm not even a British citizen. I voted in 8 elections. But I cannot vote in the governorship election of my own state. I couldn't vote. But Delta State is my inheritance. They're collecting oil from my backyard. My taxes, I still pay in Delta State. And the money when I work here, and also Delta people are not the chopper. Yet I'm not allowed to vote in my own state. Now look at the shameful part of it. Now listen to me. You guys need to listen today. Ghana implemented diaspora voting since 2020. Kenya, 2022. We rejected the bill in 2019. So if you are not inside Nigeria, you are no more in Nigeria. But we are not reject our money. Our input we are not the rejecter. And the implication is you now allow those with the people you can maneuver, those you have impoverished, to continue to vote for you. Because I can never vote for you for your stupidity. Diaspora have seen more. They won't vote for your rubbish. They are afraid of our votes because our vote will not go their way. You can't bribe us. We don't need a 5,000 naira to influence our vote. This is the two aspects of the Nigerian election system that need immediate reform if I thought we're going to move forward. Like I gave this instance, let me repeat it now that you guys are here. Okowa changed Delta State election. With credit to him, I'm going to use the word. Okowa, I will not be able to prove it that you change the result, but you know. Even when they go church, you self know. That is why now, you see the implication. Okowa now dictate who will become our commissioner. The highest, the best office, the most lucrative office, if you want to make money in Delta State, is the commissioner for works. Because now they do the BP contract, which you look better. He gave that to his man, Charles Anyago. I go put your picture next time, Charles, if you annoy me. I go display everything when you get for that Delta State. Not piss me off. Number two, because now they clever pass now, they give a commissioner of information general. So you carry communication or information and works. So you they collect the big money from works when you don't get single experience because you be journalist before they give you this work and you are rubbish. That guy alone, man. Now only they film the advert. Now they pay. In fact, that boy is making a lot of money. If they favor you now, tomorrow you will go prison. I swear, you go see him. When people like us begin to review you, you will not go sleep. I promise you. Na camera they come. I never face una. Una just in a Delta State. I go leave Delta State. Then begin fire now. I'm ready to sell what I have in Delta State. Leave that as Sabafona. Then I begin fire now. If not so. If not dare me, that's what will happen. What kind of rubbish is this? What kind of oppression is this? Okowa has hold the state in his palm. You know what? I said Edevia would have won. I wasn't going to vote for Edevia. You know why? Because Edevia there is Borihan. The same thing Okowa is doing now is what Obori would have done. What Ibori would have done with Edevia too. So our votes, the guys will not be working for us. Oh, if you look at Obori, look at that man playing. That guy is a clean human being. He wants to do the best for you. But does he have the free hands to do it? Does he? We saw what happened in Edo State. Who bring that Okpego to come for Edo State? Go leave and make you do what he want. So and this is the implication. For me, it's not a problem. Who even get to the office, provided the person work for the state. Now, not working for the state. The implication is the money now goes to the big boys. And they keep enriching themselves. The state is suffering. But now all of us is suffering because they don't jet out to go take treatment abroad. When I come London, it gets to us now when I go see here and I slap, I was laughing. Because you have raped people's destiny. You have raped people's destiny in the broad daylight. And so you see now so what has happened in Nigeria, they've technically marginalized us, those in the diaspora who can speak without thinking, because I don't need your 5,000 naira. You can't bribe me. There's no amount of money you're going to give me that's going to make me vote for you. I'm out. So as so many of us in the diaspora, we get to go with the eat. You only impoverish those in there in Nigeria. That's why you can make them vote for you. Now they are scared to allow us to vote. If not, it makes no sense. If we can carry Nigerian passports, we can go to Nigerian embassy and do what we do. Why can't we vote there? Nigerian embassy is Nigeria in the United Kingdom. Nigerian embassy in America is Nigeria in America. Nobody can arrest you there. When you enter there, the UK government cannot arrest you inside Nigerian embassy in the United Kingdom. That's the law. Why can't we vote there? You see, the funny thing is, if this thing was happening at a time where it is, we don't have electronics, this if it were to be impossible, I would say, okay, now those days now. But now our ATM have proven something. You transfer money today, the money leave your account the same minute. Meaning, as soon as I vote, my vote don't take the center. My vote can actually reflect in 4 places that it's all impossible for you to change it. It can be done. It is happening. Americans vote anywhere in the world. Ghana now vote anywhere in the world. Why can't Nigerians vote? You see how much they take this country? And the painful thing is this is the biggest black nation in this country. The success of Nigeria affects everybody. As I'm crying here today, I'm calling on every diaspora, whether Nigerian or not, to listen to these words. Because if that country fails, the image of that black man is what is following you wherever you go. We cannot allow a set of idiots to continue to rape our destiny. We have left Nigerian politicians alone for too long. It's time. I'm not talking of Nigeria. Quote me. I'm talking of the attitude of these sheep boys.
On this institute, they own these institutions in terms of.
It's painful.
Very painful. Know that it's quite what you're asking us to do, Nigerians to do, is what every Nigerian of good intent is wishing to do. Basically, we are faced with a very dicey dilemma because these guys own these institutions. These guys impose leadership on these institutions and are appointed 48 hours to 72 hours before election, for example. The last election in 2023 that brought this administration, the guy that was in charge of those beavers machine, the computer guy, that had been training other staff and that had been preparing to relay I've forgotten his name now. If I remember the course of program, I'll name it, to relay the voting to the like electronically, to transmit it electronically to a central room where everybody will be seeing it and be counting Abuja, Lagos, everywhere. There will be a central concentration room. But then, 48 hours to that election, he was removed from his position and someone else was replaced. Someone else that was not part of the training, that was not part of the implementation, that was not part of anything concerning electronic transfer of votes. And on the day of the presidential election, with a lot of expectations by Nigerians, people that had never voted in their life, you'll be shocked that we're even up to 67. They say they've never voted. But because of the promise that was made by the federal government and INEC, people trooped out to vote. People in which disadvantaged people, deaf and dumb, elderly, everybody was showing. Even at the state, the manipulation started with delay in bringing of voting materials. Then before we know, 70% of most of the polling stations all over the federation could not transmit electronically. And what you talked about started manifesting. Delay, voting in the night, manipulations, results were coming from agents in the polling center. INEC was announcing something else. Reference points you made, the Southeast, basically Port Harcourt was won by the party that won it then, the Labour Party. The result was delayed. The manipulations of certain shenanigans in government came out to play. And so many other states. Lagos, the same thing. Abuja. He won you in Abuja, won you in Lagos. And there were a lot of expectations. And look, this was going to be transparent. But when the result came out, what did we see? The person that was allegedly said to have won came third. It was laughable. That's not saying the least. A week later, the governorship election came. INEC said, promised that it will work. The beavers machine started to work. That was a mockery of our democracy. What you are postulating right now is the expectation of a lot of Nigerians. At the level, we cannot be calling ourselves the giant of Africa when we cannot act act or do things as giants. You must be a giant technologically. You must be a giant in human capacity. You must be a giant educationally in your almost everything. Not just making mad, we are the giants of Africa. And we cannot, at this 60 years of independence, 60 plus, 65 years, we are like this and still cutting manual collation of results in an election. Now, these guys weaken the institution to be able to manipulate the institution by planting stooges, planting party members as chairmen of electoral empire, planting them as judges of the judiciary of court of election tribunals. It is only in Nigeria you see that 50% of elections into elective positions are gotten through the courts. The true democracy is not a true reflection of democracy, as the case may be, and the expectation of the people. The people they still have a lot of their faults, but the government has tried in everything. Look at the game plan that is going on now. They're trying to weaken individuals, coercing governors to leave their party that elected them to the ruling party, if they, in quote, if they want to come back in 2027, as though these people are gods.
They are.
They are, because they have held the institution. And
only God can baptize you. Can you be baptized any other way?
No.
Only in Nigerian politics you get baptism. Your sins will get
exactly
away.
Exactly.
Yeah, God.
Only in Nigerian politics, you are the anointed one.
Yes.
You don't allow before. It's only in Nigerian politics it's only in Nigerian politics that you see that the results of an election are known, or the person that is going to be the next local government chairman or the next governor, the next senator, they are known before the election day. That the election day is just a process. It creates voter apathy. It kills the zeal for you to want to cast your vote. They speak it with so much impunity, even telling you, well, if you can go to the courts, we equally own the courts. So Nigerians need to rise up. What do we need as a people? What do we need to do as a people? We need to
and fair elections. Godwin, you asked a question. Free and fair elections. It's not going to happen if you allow these criminals to count the result. Let the electronic result reflect immediately. They will be defeated.
Definitely.
We are talking about the electronic results, talking about electronics. What about us, the people? Is it only the electronic result that is the problem? Is it only the result that... What about the people who said their votes?
Yes. Now,
that is also another problem.
That is not enough. You know the truth. That is not enough to change the result. The people, how many people can they influence? There are so many. You know why this country is so powerful? Nigeria has so many intellectuals, so many aggrieved human beings. Many people think right. They know everybody you can bribe with your 5,000 naira. Even when they take it, they will not vote for you. So, if the result we get to the polling, to the station, you take money now, it reflects immediately. Why can't our result reflect immediately? With the amount, it's not as if the technology is not there. That is one of the things I said today. If the technology is not there, I can understand it. I can understand.
The technology is more than there.
It's more than, I said more than, look at it, more than 17 million. No, I'm not.
That's why you start.
There's a result.
That's why you start hearing about a network issue. Even when you are withdrawing money, sometimes if the network is not good, it will be a problem. So what makes you think it will make a difference?
To make a lot of difference.
They will also find a way.
Have they stolen your money?
Yes, exactly.
Have they stolen your money?
Steal your money? No. They would.
If it's a fraud, then your money will be stolen.
Finding a way, you need a vehicle to find a way, which is humans. They will not just find their way verbally. What he's saying, or what we are saying, is the fact that we need to make a conscious decision not to allow these things to happen pre-election. We need to let them understand that the status quo they are used to.
There should be a law now.
Yes.
Engineer, what are they doing in that House of Rep and Senate? What are they
sharing money,
Akpabio?
sharing money, sleeping. sleeping,
put it
sharing
to why?
money,
Because the number
paying
one
for
problem
motions.
we have, our number one problem is free and fair election. They should make electronic transfer compulsory. Anything that comes from you, we know you're going to change it. We don't trust you, idiot. We will trust the one the man puts his hand and is counting. There may be one or two mistakes. Yes, we'll live with that. We cannot. Nigerians cannot afford it anymore. It's too expensive, my people. We can't afford it. Well, you're welcome. We cannot afford it.
Okay, look at that, Chris. You see, we're just talking today that we're having by-elections in some states, and I will let you know what has just happened in Kaduna State. The Kaduna State Police Command, in collaboration with the DSS and other security agencies, cracked down on vote buyers ahead of by-elections. Somebody was caught seen with, let me read it out, at about 3 hours, 3 o'clock this morning today. They arrested one Shehu Aliyu Pantagi at a popular hotel in Kaduna and recovered a total sum of 25,963,000 naira from the suspects, believed to be a mark for the purpose of inducing voters to compromise electoral. Now, these politicians are mad in their thinking. They think that that thought trajectory is defective, because why I'm paying is this. How can we have somebody spend 25 to buy votes? So that, what are you coming to serve the people? That's why you see when they come, it's all about stealing. You are spending almost 26 million. So that is one person that has given it to. If I were that person, I would take the money and go and complete whatever project and I don't give a hoot. Because let's shout, I will shout.
You just said it now. You see, that's why we have problem in Nigeria.
I say from the person.
If you are the person, you
no, you're not on that. This 25 million.
Why will you collect the money?
Why would I would collect the money? Let it come and say what? Look at there was a reference that came in. He said if they give you the money, collect it. Don't vote for them.
Why will you collect the money?
Why will I collect it? It's our money. They've stolen enough from us. How can you bring that kind of money for me to vote? I will collect it and I will tell the world. I will let the world know.
If I say now, Evelyn, take 20 million, make you sleep with me. You say make I pay the money. I pay the money first. I not get where I want to carry that matter go. Because that is inducement.
Why will I collect the money when I know I don't want to sleep with you?
No, you can't.
If I'm not
because
bad
I'm an idiot.
myself, if I'm not corrupt myself, did I work for the money?
It is not the right thing to do.
Many of you
not trying to induce you should
take
be.
it.
Many girls will take it because they want to sleep with him now.
Yes.
So you don't want to do it. Why are you collecting the money in the first place?
But
because
why is he doing it?
Like the person who is sending you.
All right, exactly. We can't. That's the wrong example. That's the wrong example. But what I'm trying to say is that even if you are now so hungry, because that's what they've made you to be, you can't try it with some people here. Because you are so hungry and you are hungry, you don't know what to do. Then I say, if you have to take the money, take it and vote your conscience. Because you are hungry, the money they are giving to you is actually your money. It's not his. He's a thief. And now let's get this thing clear.
That's why I say I will take it. It's my money.
That's the excuse so many of these fraud boys are standing on. They'll say they are taking back what the whites took from us.
This one is not what the whites took from us.
It's not a good example.
I will seize the money from the person. How can you put 25 million paying?
Are you the right authority to seize the money from the person?
You are
right.
You take it and go and talk with your family. What about the rest of the Nigerians?
That's true.
Yes.
Anyway, you're right. But what we're saying is this: let's deal with this issue for what it is. The most important aspect of it is that yes, there will be inducement of vote. That will not be 100%. There are too many sound Nigerians that you're not going to induce with your rubbish vote. How much are they going to use to induce us? Let me ask you one question. Do you know the population of Nigeria? The number of us voting may be about 100 million. How many of us can you induce? How much are you going to spend? So your inducement go to very few people. It will not change the result. Trust me. And if they allow us in the diaspora to vote, we will vote our conscience. You cannot use us with your stupid money. So imagine if all those two things are in place, I swear we will have a good result. And once we have a good result, you know what the implication of it is, that person will not be worried. Anybody will not go there back. Like Okowa, but they will be back now. Okowa made Oboriwori to change political party, even when Oboriwori would have won under PDP. Let me repeat that. Oboriwori would have won the next election easily under PDP. Why did he change? So that his boss will be baptized. Can you imagine that damage? Because he has to be loyal to his boss now. Oboriwori is a good man. Okowa is a criminal. I have to say that, allegedly. If Okowa, if you say not a criminal, tell ask the FCC why they bring that matter, say they accuse you for 1.3 million. And you say they not accuse you. You see, you don't baptize yourself. Even if you not talk, God knows, say, you self knows, say you be. What are you going to do with the money now? And now look at Oboriwori's government. Okowa is coloring it with himself. Now he color the government with himself. If you want to get anything in the government, go to Okowa. And you can't blame Oboriwori. Who brought Oboriwori to you? Is it not Okowa? Who spent the money? Is it not Okowa? So why will they allow Oboriwori to do what he wants?
Exactly.
If you guys want to have a governor, vote for the man. Let the man win, and it will work for you. You can see that Oboriwori want to work. But look at the people they gave to him. They gave him that man, commissioner for works. Tell me what he has chance and I will look for works. Tell me what that one know for Ministry of Works. You are a bloody journalist. What do you know about works? What are the best? Are you saying that the whole of Delta State, we don't have anybody that is intelligent enough to run the affairs of the Ministry of Works? Now a communication expert. No, it's not even an expert. Now HND gets. Now he can't be the best. Now they gave him 2 offices. And that guy, for even the communication when he did, now he gets your production house. According to what my boys they tell me. And they hear all. If you don't make me best, I will go film all his properties. Send out to FCC. Now me go even they look for the. Now me go first starter. I go to tell that guy wanted already before FCC go start. What do now they do? Now our state. We cannot allow this to happen. It should not be happening. It has to stop. And it's only going to stop by fixing the electoral system. If Okowa no influence Oboriwori, they're not going to let Okowa do the rubbish when they do around the man now. You know how many trouble Okowa scale Oboriwori to? Even when the certificate scandal, Okowa say relax. Because you see get money, they spend anyhow then. Now it's time for recon. He's not wanted. Oh boy, they won't put me for prison. No, go to the camp. Now I can't use the boy at the camp. I not blame Oboriwori. I blame the system for allowing Okowa to abuse it. If we want to fix this, we want electronic voting system, counting system. As soon as we vote result there, then Okowa cannot change our destiny anymore. No, listen, get it clear. I wasn't going to vote for even the You know why? Because the body there behind our Kokoroko. Now, what you Okowa do now, I say body for do. You got to look at the candidate, who they sponsor them. Listen, there will always be sponsors. So let it be financial sponsor. But let our vote count. Because we know we can't stop people from sponsoring it. But the way that Okowa did it, Okowa has hijacked the whole political structure. The party is now belong. The party delegated. If I hear that anywhere Okowa go. Even the Robo people, they don't drop the money big go. Anywhere Okowa go, now will go. So now don't drop on a brother. That is how cheap we are. So when I say there's no brother and sister in Nigeria, and I say a lie, we don't have problem. There is no Robo man. There is no Ika man. The only thing we have is the rich and the poor. When Okowa show money, Robo people not drop Ibori. Who give it them? Come now. When I will not go drop you. Igbo man, now they fight for Tinubu today. He got one of them where they might see anything Tinubu na God. He ready to trash Peter Obi for Tinubu to exist. Money, and the funniest thing, the money where the people you see, Judas Escar not eat that money. Now message you, I just talk. That money when make and sell Jesus, he not eat the money, he committed suicide. Big lesson for everybody. Keep betraying. That money you no go eat and your family no go eat am. You go leave am. Where is your conscience, my people? Where did we bury it? Let me keep quiet. 45 minutes already into the show. Let me beg. If Ghana can do electronic, and they made it a law, and we have the best internet transfer system in Africa, then we can do this. If we trust the work of these politicians that they're going to change Nigerian result, we got our election, we are foolish. We know the Senate and they're not going to do it. The only way out is if our result goes straight to where they're going to count it. I don't even know now whether we could even get another code to counter for us, because even ordinary Nigerians can no more trust themselves. And secondly, if me went in UK and they vote for British election, I don't feel vote for my own country election. It makes sense. What are we doing to ourselves? I only talk my own. No. You see, at the end of the day, when these politicians they don't maneuver and finish, you gotta cry. Oh, see what the politicians do, but you allow them to do it. And it's not your fault, but where you can have the power now is to make sure your vote counts. And the only way your vote going to count is not to vote through that man, INEC. INEC, not they exist. They can buy him, but they cannot buy the electronics. They will be too shameful. We can overcome them. You see, electronics. I use one word Monday. I said that which has been hidden from the wise and the prudent have been revealed to the babe and the suckling. Do you hear that part of the Bible?
I was thinking something right now. Would it not have been possible since we have our BVN and we have our NIM number, and in our BVN, of course, it's indicative that those are 18, they will say it. Upload your voter's card, then you can vote the way you send, do transaction with your bank.
Voters card. What is voters card? Anyway?
We can vote from our phones. It will reduce cost because
you vote from your phone.
You cannot vote more than once. The system can be programmed to such a way you can't vote more than once.
You cannot even vote more than once.
Yes. Vote from your phone. 2 BVMs clash, that vote will be nullified. Everything will be transmitted. I mean, that's it. We deliberately make things difficult for ourselves because of our selfish interests.
The politicians, they know. Why did they cancel Beavers at the end? Why did they bypass Beavers? Why did they bypass it? Because it wasn't favoring them, so they bypassed it. Mary was the presiding officer during the election. Unfortunately, she has not been around. I wanted to ask her a few questions, but my time is up. I want us to follow time today. I can move to the next segment of the show. You see, my people, whatever I do here, it's never personal. I always keep saying it. You might not like it. I just raise a simple concern. How can me that spend my money to put Okowa there? Okowa will not listen to me. Okowa risks his money, his intelligence, his everything to bring the Boribori. Boribori more this thing. Now see the result. When I put 70 billion, how much they really pay Julius Berger? Now God knows. What are we doing to ourselves? Does the Boribori need the money? No. Now Boribori itself, they chop the money. Maybe now Okowa go land again. They pay debt 20 owe. This is not only Delta State. We are using Delta State as a case study, always. Imagine the amount of damages going on in the country. Nigeria are not strong. The country is strong. If the country not be strong country, if I not dissolve. God love this country. That's why I end my part of the show. Let's take a look at the newspaper review with Mary.
We start with the Punch.
All right.
The big story on the Punch, we have flight for inside story of Palm 1, Emerson's pardon. And this story is there on page 4. Still on the Punch, we have homosexuality scandal rocks Nigerian Catholic Church. How Reverend Father sexually abused me, former altar boy. So we
They
still
not
have
even see none. None not they. They not see none. All these women when they there so they not see her sleep with. Where they be? In fact, the question is say
how
who even
powers.
where God for say make we not sleep with woman. Not be create woman for us. You say because you want to serve God, you not go sleep with woman. Okay, then not sleep with woman now. Anybody will do that one at the doubt and say, how you go see as they verify you say you not go sleep with woman. Tomorrow night you go dey look for people yash. I'm not gonna talk. Oh, I'm not gonna talk for that matter.
How powers that be compelled Fuji musicians apology. Real reason federal government withdrew charges against female passenger. I have forgiven everyone, says Emerson. And we still have a help my sister. Help, okay, my sister vanished after meeting hotel guest coming from a brother on page 2. Federal government blasts Canada over reckless terrorist tag on PDP and APC. And still on the punch, we have a go and sin no more. CAC tells Pastor Fatoyimbo after Gafo. And that's on page 9. On the top story of the punch, Tokemakiwa's baby pump triggers questions about lover's identity on page 17. Sorry. Okay, these are all the stories we have
You not talk
on the
about the Sango
punch.
festival.
And the big story, you said?
The Sango festival. Say ignite fire. No understand that one. Thunder. Go on, don't worry. Go on with your story. Don't worry.
The picture is there now.
And what did they do now? Fire really come out.
Is it today that you know that fire normally comes out in their practice? It's a normal thing now.
No,
Or that
I
the
did
people
it.
call it
We
a
want to
magician.
know
I
the
didn't know.
technology. Not be juju
You said?
person, not technology. They for teachers. They not. You see all these things they doing now. Eh? They could teach us the technology. When they bring the fire, you get one. What would they call? When would they tie for a place? They say again. That is that they tie the juju go up. The man, now the highest in every 25 years to the go. Would they call them again? Like Jolenu, the juju when they up. It's not easy.
Okay, you believe in
And
juju. I thought you didn't believe in juju. Oh. Okay, you know that
I
there's
believe in
juju.
the technology. I'm not ever arguing the technology of juju. Juju
Who
get
give
technology
Juju
now.
technology? Who give am?
The-
It's not
No, did you
technology.
understand technology? Let me say one thing. My spiritual life is very clear. I believe in spiritual languages. I believe that the way we say 1 + 1 is 2, they are so darkness and light can meet. Those are facts. You understand? If you can use those spiritual languages, any way it works for you, to build a faith and make things to happen or incarnate things, I don't care. I know that some people have that power and they use it on you. What they know is they understand the science of spiritual life. They are not better than you. I don't want to talk about that. It's too risky. Because I'm not sure. So because me, I
Okay.
don't talk now. They say no, we can't go church every time. No. Go on.
Okay.
Maybe we are with you.
The big story is just like a repetition of what you have said before. Why they later pardoned the Fuji song the Fuji singer, that is a Kwamwan, and the other Akwa Ibom lady, Emerson's Comfort Emerson, that's her name. You know, the thing is, when the whole issue happened, the Kwamwan, we did a more higher crime. I think it was a 6 month ban they placed on him, while they placed a lifetime ban on the lady. So a lot of people were questioning it, even the NBA and lots more. Now they are trying to say that the reason why they considered him, why they kind of pardoned him, was because of the apology he put out there on the media, that he had to apologize. So at the end of the day, they later intervened to he kind of stop the live ban they placed on Comfort Emerson's, you understand, and later remove that from the prison because the federal government didn't have intervened, according to Festus Kayamo, who is the aviation minister, nothing would have been done at the end of the day, but the whole issue has been sorted out. And about the homosexuality scandal rocks Nigerian Catholic Church, this is like according to the guy, he's 33 years old now, but he started experiencing this as of 14 years, when he was 14 years. And then through the help of Father Kenneth, Reverend Father Kenneth, that helped him to gain a scholarship in one of the big schools there in Ogun State. So he said just for him to show his appreciation, he started living with the Reverend Father. And the man was always making sexual advances at him and other 9 boys. Who his worry right now is that most of those 9 boys, most of them are now Catholic priests. That he's scared because he doesn't know if they are still practicing the same thing. But he's there to speak out because he was on, I believe, the whistle about what this Reverend Father has been doing. So I think the whole issue got to the bishop, and they questioned him. Not they questioned the Reverend Father. They don't want to see him involved in any scandal because he denied it. Definitely, there's no way you accept that kind of thing. At the end of the day, since there's no proof, if you say somebody is trying to molest you or anything, I believe there must be proof, and that is why they have not removed the Reverend Father from whatever position he had right now, because he could not really provide a proof of what he's saying. But he said that is what he has been experiencing over the years. So I was just okay. Let's say you were experiencing. It's not like I'm siding the Reverend Father, but a boy of 14 years that was experiencing maybe sex scandal or someone tried to molest him till you're 33 years. I think you're just speaking out now that you're 33. What happened within 20, 21, 22 till that age?
He has enjoyed the scholarship now. He has gotten what he wants. You see, Nigerians, our problem. Why was he quiet? Why was he quiet? That's the question.
Maybe he was waiting to be a full grown man. Maybe then he felt he was still a boy.
So 14 years, not
Yes.
this full grown man.
You said?
I beg for that story. 14
All
years.
I always say, only God knows what happened, and nothing. God will reward us some of these things in secret. My only take is, for Reverend Fathers, there's no reason why you try to deny yourself of something you are naturally born to. You get that thing between your legs, it could erase. Sometimes it's a natural thing to have a feeling as a human being. And you are working with men and women, beautiful women. Some of them women say when they come church, now they listen. Now not say Reverend Father did the church, now we wear some kind skirt come.
This is a boy, you.
I know,
This is a
at
boy,
the top.
not girl.
No, the boy own they beyond me. But guys go no say
They
Reverend
beyond
Father,
you.
they never see the thing, they know they do the thing. Now we go dress, go say the Reverend Father, say not be human being. Bible say lead us not into temptation. In Jesus' name. We'll do another
Amen.
topic.
Amen.
Today punch is just scandal about men of God. Okay, still on the punch now. You see that pastor that is putting on blue suit. Go and sin no more. CAC tells Pastor Fato Yimbo after Gafo. The thing is, when you are a popular man of God like this, anything you preach in the church will definitely go viral. He was just making instance, that Pastor this Babalola, the founder of CAC. So this particular pastor that is making the statement in his church that the man had a lot of anointing, but he died a poor man. You understand that he was never rich. That's what all the anointing he had. That what was the essence? You understand? He left like that, no wealth. So the CAC, because he was their founder, even though he's no more, the CAC people saw it as an insult. That he's trying to add ministry to wealth. Like the difference is misleading people. Why would he say that their founder died a poor man? That's why all his anointing, which was a wrong statement. But he has apologized publicly. He has apologized for what he said because he knows that it's wrong.
Who is a rich and who is a poor man? He's a stupid man. This one, the pastor is stupid. That you didn't amount wealth or gather some physical things you don't need. That makes you a poor person.
Because how can you
You
say
know that
somebody
we
is
don't live a life,
anointed
really.
but he has no money? These are the kind of men of God that are complaining about that always place money above every other thing they do in the church. You are preaching to your
Really,
congregation.
it's not even
Instead
about
of
men of
leading
God
them in the
alone.
right way, you are telling them that the founder of a church, CAC, Christ Apostolic Church, was very anointed, close to God, but died a poor man. He was not rich. He was not rich because his focus was not on making money. In as much as the present day church place money higher than even what they do. You understand? Money has now looked as if it's their priority. You can't be telling your congregation, misleading them, telling them that the man died as a poor man. So it means as a pastor, the thing you should be doing is making money. The reason why he didn't make money, maybe he focused so much on serving God. But which I know that is rare these days.
Is he only men of God? Is it only men of God that these things affect? Have you never asked people with money, they know what to do with the money? Dangote money is useless to him. He's still going to look for more money before he dies. You become a slave to the money. Do you know we remain slave to money?
Yeah.
Until we die. Because I have 20,000 naira now. The next I'm looking for another one. Today I woke up this morning and I made a statement. I don't care what happened to my finance anymore. The one when I go take eat, don't day. I don't sleep. Because what am I going to do with all the money that I'm going to become a slave? Oh, today we must do this. Oh, today we must do this. Nothing is too important for me now. You have to understand that we are becoming slaves to money. And that is what that man refused to be slave to. And that is what people call riches. Trust me, the one I tell me one day, I mean, if you get 20 billion naira, what you go do? He said, go invest and make enough for again. No money when you get when not go finish. Then you become a slave to money. Because whatever you have, you want to get more. Meaning you keep working till you die. And that's why you're ready to kill. You know how much Okowa get? When you see they fight for more money, what do Okowa want to take the money do? Even the same thing with the board. All our governors, when I ask them, they don't have anything to do with the money. They're not slave to money. More money you come across, more problems you see. Go and listen to that part.
The thing is, anything you do in this, like woman being must talk. This same pastor, now if anyone tells him that he's fake, that he will complain that they're calling him fake. You are telling your church member that somebody was anointed but died a poor man. How is that statement even related? So you know that he's anointed. The main aim of being a man of God is not to be anointed truly. Is it not to be able to heal people? Is it not to be able to bring people closer to God? So why are you complaining that he died a poor man? And that was why the CAC church as a whole find that comment offensive. Because no matter how you might try to want to change the narrative, it's an insult. Just like you coming out to say TB Joshua died a poor man because he was always giving. Because he's one man of God that we know that was always giving out, helping the poor. You understand? But most of these people, when they don't wear their sunglasses like this, they think of how to help people. They want to wear the most expensive suit. It's not like I'm against it though. But most of these men of God, they want to wear the most expensive suit.
Mary, how many suits go in here?
The sole aim why you open that church, you don't know. When are those days where if you want to open a church, you must be anointed to open the church. You must understand. But I think one of the things that has caused these whole issues, this Bible school that they have now. Once you can go to Bible schools, as long as you can speak good English and you went to that Bible school and you passed the exam, you can go and open your own church. Does that make you anointed? Does that make you a man of God? That you went to Bible school. I can go to Bible school 6 months and come and open my church. Does that mean that I have the calling to be a prophetess, or that I have the calling to be a pastor in my congregation? Imagine.
Some of them call themselves. God called some call themselves.
And the fake ones is looking as if it's not the majority, spoiling the real ones. Yeah. You find it difficult to be able to fish out the real ones.
There are no jobs. That's why you have kidnappers, you have bandits, you have fake pastors. There are a lot of them are following that trajectory.
No jobs.
Because of
I agree. No jobs. Mary, let's go. That guy they waste our time. See him blue suit. And I wear blue suit yesterday. You can't wear this kind of blue suit. Come and insult me. You not see my own yesterday. See the way you use your own.
I said, Pastor Chris, not be the same suit you wear now here. When I blue, they're different.
Thank God. Thank God. I even use black tie. The akpa don't know what to be color. No, they go.
Okay, I think we should move to Vanguard though, because I think that's the story, the big story on that Vanguard.
Now don't put blue again.
Your marching orders not effective. That is on the Vanguard. We have as killings herdsmen attacks continues after president. Enough is enough audio. Niger Delta stakeholders advised Tinubu to adopt unconventional approach to everyone to overpower terrorists. Okay, the Benue State government are complaining that even after Tinubu arrived to the scene, that more than 200 people were killed around June 18. After he made that statement that they are going to make sure they bring down the herders that were killing those people. They said it's still happening. Sometimes a lot of Benue indigenous go to farm, they don't come back. Now it's not only farm. You might be walking on the way, you just see a lying dead body there. Like they have been killing continuously. Continuously, killing has been ongoing and nothing has been done. So, what are the security agencies? What are they doing? You understand? What have they been doing as regards the order that the president gave? How comes the killing in Benue State still hasn't stopped? Even though it's no longer a kind of popular like the last one that happened, it's no longer trendy like the last one that happened. Doesn't mean that people are not dying in Benue State. Even though we are not talking about it, doesn't mean that people are not dying in Benue State. So they are complaining that what the president said, the order he gave, is not effective in their states. That's what the big story is talking about. So I don't know. I don't know the kind of power these people have and why they keep succeeding. Why they have, it's looking as if these headers have overpowered Benue State as a whole.
No,
Even when we have
Mary,
a governor in that state.
Yesterday, we were saying something about policing and how we have sold all our conscience to the devil. Every aspect of the Nigerian state, if we stay true to what we are supposed to do, there will be no Benue killing. Police will not stick to their job. The money, the police amount of police that would have been deployed there would have been enough. Now they are serving people in Abuja. Then they follow politicians rather than securing lives. Do you know the number of policemen that is assigned to individuals in the country? A country where we don't have enough policemen, then the few ones we have are busy collecting bribe. Why would there not be killings?
And later they will come for pension.
I don't want to reach there. They not beat me today. I don't want to go there today. I don't want to upset Mary today. She's been in a good mood.
It's sad.
No,
When you get your own government work, if you not go for pension, you're supporting that you don't know he's wrong. So pension is a bad thing to collect.
I'm not supporting him. I'm saying the job now. Look at what is going on. Who is supposed to protect us? Who is supposed to protect us now? Who is doing the job? This thing has been happening in Benue for long. It's still happening. What's going on? Let's not just skip the part that the work is not being done and then they cry for pension.
The work is not. Anyway, I don't have energy for that today. Thank you. Mary, do you have to take a look at another one?
Sorry, I was supposed to talk about one trendy topic because today is Saturday. This weekend. On the punch, before we removed it, talking Makiwa that there's a lady there that was pregnant. Yes, it's a trendy story. At least the story has been ongoing on the media this week. Yes, she was pregnant and she revealed her baby pump, a kind of in a photo shoot and all of that. So when she posted it, a lot of Nigerians, as usual, social media commentators were complaining that who is the father of the unborn child. Now, my question is, this kind of lady is no longer a child. You understand? You see a mature lady like this, you're asking her who is the father of the child. And we don't say normally they don't talk for Nigeria. Say once they reach 35 years, no husband, just try boom. Because you need person who will take care of you at the old age. Which to me is not really a wrong thing to do. Because imagine a lady will stay till 40 years, no child, they are still hoping for one young boy to come and marry you. I don't know. So I think
make a immorality. Where to make an immorality?
You know your age, don't they go? Just born first. You need this person to look after you for old age. You understand? Now to be single mother, as you not be single mother, you don't they old. Nobody still marry you. What's the difference?
Wow. I have nothing against it. I mean, that is the new narrative. But when they talk, I mean, they talk through saying that their mistake cause them. They not can deceive the young ones.
Which mistake that Chris? Which mistake? So if they come,
you want them to say men no approach and sins. No, in this world, God gave everybody an opportunity. That I am single at 60, I have misused my own. You must ask yourself, where did you get it wrong? Be sincere so that other people will not make your mistake. But don't tell them, I don't want a wife. That's why I'm single. Then you are misleading people. At that moment, thunder go blast you. When she talk through why she did single at this age, when she didn't go carry belly alone. I make it make sure that
thunder is it technology. That is thunder is technology.
Yes, thunder thunder and technology now. You don't know if you cause thunder. When the clouds are gathering, one thing is imminent. There will be thunder.
And a technology.
Yes, now. And if you put the things when they cause thunder, if you put that together, that's why lightning they come. When do you know, like Mary? The technology of thunder, now when they use to produce some lightning when they shine, they bomb things. We human beings will learn from what God create. We learn and we create our own. And every time I say everything when we create now from God, we will not go there today.
The fact that she's pregnant and happy, because I watched one of her interviews, she was so happy. She said she's in love. It doesn't mean there is no man in her life. The only difference is that she's not married yet. She's not legally married, but she's happy and she's in love.
How many?
Now, man is pregnant. So it means there's a man.
Now, bad
Most
story
of them
for
won't
our
marry
society.
because if you check when last, I'm not talking about her, but most of the celebrities, ladies that are getting that you see just giving birth, not be a single guy now they give them those belly. Sometimes now all these big men where you get money, when you say they get family,
Short, yes.
they don't go ever reveal the man face.
Whatever
as beautiful as she is, she doesn't reveal who give her belly, but she don't born.
Whatever it is, it's her choice. I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying now. They show the person face, not be young boy they do those
It's not
things.
be yes now, you not get anything. She's happy.
But
She has made a
Mary,
reference
what did I say?
there's love somewhere.
Yeah.
You see,
It's a private.
engineer.
She decides to keep her man private.
No,
And you know,
you
you
cannot.
support after that, I will say that the queen is support polygamy.
No,
But
you see,
I
I
know
know
that
that she
she
No,
decides.
we are not
I
sure
am
if he's a married man or not.
Mary, I'm sure you're
Some
not
of them
hearing
are
me.
hiding their partner because they
For
don't
crying
say
out loud.
hi. They
Now,
should.
by force, like me, my wife doesn't come on social media. I've never posted her to say, this is my wife. Only on her 40th birthday that when I posted her. I know we just come put her on social media, say, or they put my kids for personal reasons. People have been mocking her for lack of finding love or getting pregnant and all that. So she's allowed the bomb to come out. She's putting herself that I'm pregnant on social media. She could have someone that could have privately done a traditional marriage, or the person that visited and shown
hey, engineer, don't go into speculation that is not there. There's no marriage.
No, there's no marriage. There's no marriage.
They come. Whether or not,
I see your face. Actually, they told the
I
truth.
get friends when say,
No marriage.
It could have been a one-night stand, it could have been a fling, it could have been a relationship. She gets pregnant, she tells the guy, even if you don't want it, I want to keep the pregnancy, it's mine.
Yes.
Besides all that, there are so many marriages. You think people are married, they're not do marriage. 50% of marriages in Nigeria is cohabitation. Just have that at the back of your mind. So not born 5 children, 4 children, they never pay dowry.
Engineer, this one comes down to that decrease. I go talk. I said, by the time our society allow you to do what you can do, there will be peace. There will be tranquility.
There will be peace.
This woman, let me finish. This woman are going to bring a child to this world without a father. It's wrong. And now
you don't know the father. The woman knows the father. Now only spirit is visiting.
What are you even saying? In a daughter that has a daughter today that has reached 3 years, no father, because they said they do true surrogacy. So the man does not.
Mary, that you don't know the father.
What if she just decide not to show the
Mary,
man?
that you don't know the father doesn't mean that there's no woman that carrying a child that doesn't know who gave her.
And is that allowed? Wait, what example is that? What kind of example are you showing our kids? That thing you do now. We are on
this program, Daddy Chris. We are not here to paint the issues. We are on this program to bring divergent opinions. I am not giving an example to the younger ones. We are relating on the fact that there must be a father. We have not said she's a role model for this kind of lifestyle. Look, choices can be made. She's 40 years already. She has made her choice. There's a father. We all know there's a father because the Holy Spirit.
Who says so? How do you know there's a father?
How do you know
there's a father?
Daddy Chris, because her bump is
Daddy K,
she's pregnant.
Daddy K, we are not saying there is a husband. We said there's a father,
not husband.
I'm asking, if I go and do surrogate or I put artificial insemination, who is the father?
If you go do surrogate sex, not be man spend.
Not be men spend that they use.
Oh no!
If I was spend, I go
insemination. Where the man? The one where would they buy? Where you go to they'll give you.
What That she does not want the father for the child. She wants to be the father and mother of the child. That's like that they collected from anybody. You understand? Just for her to have that child for herself.
There are
and
women
not
like
the
that.
child
It
to have
could be,
a father.
it could be
Not like
IVF.
Why you
even
say there's a father? Why are you not saying there's
Whatever
a
it
father?
is. What
But why are you saying there's a father?
They said the man does not know. He does not know. They just sold span to her. She don't go know the man. The man don't go know her.
The question is, why engineer and everything they say there's a
we
father?
agree? Oh, there go Daddy Chris. Now, person, look.
There's a lost father
Daddy Chris,
somewhere.
I have somebody that I've
There's a lost father. I like that.
giving the children name.
The engineer.
The children don't know. The second child didn't give them our father's name. There is a name. Okay, we know that there is a name tag for a father's name tag for that person. The person will come with an identity.
I'm not sure women they do.
There's no mother's surname that they're answering. No, they end up answering their mother's surname.
Mary, we know say Igbo people from Nigeria. I don't go through her. Igbo people, if you give your daughter belle, you not pay daddy. You go answer the girl papa name. So,
yes, now.
When you say,
so it
when you say what they do, so what are you talking? There will be always be a father in Jesus' name.
If you want the pikin, even if she's dead, you marry her in the grave. You must pay her bride price even if she's dead.
I don't go through her myself. I go pay by force.
Hey, Daddy K.
And if you don't concern you and Igbo again, God, I beg go.
It's you have said it that you have to go through it.
So
Daddy K, not get tribe where you never experiment.
I don't go
experiment all tribe, all race, and everywhere.
Maybe they listen.
All tribe, all race.
You get where I go repeat they come back, my daughter. Even that one, they see they follow me, they fight. Yeah, I beg you. We don't work out the whole place. That God might save us. In Jesus' name.
And you supposed to come back now, become man of God, begin serve God. Suppose repent totally, like when they say give your life to Christ totally, just begin preach the word of God to people. You know why? Because you don't see everything.
Can we go on with your newspaper?
This is the
next segment of the show.
This is the
yes, we are going for the trending news.
Maybe we should go on a break. Let's go on a quick break so that we need to cool down. Maybe on too much. When we come back, we're going to go with Evelyn. Don't go away, stay with us.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. SRTV Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back. Before this show, I begin to make the show against Daddy Chris, not the part Daddy Chris. Let's go with Evelyn. Evelyn have a lot to talk for us. If we give Mary more chance, he might go talk, go drive rough. Let's go.
Okay, don't fear Mary. Let's look at the trending news for the day. We have a video. Yeah, we have a video that has been trending for weeks now about 12 stranded Nigerians that were stranded in Central African Republic. They actually went for mining and their passport was collected from there, was seized from there. And this reminds me of what Dadike always say, that we have a phone, which is the camera to shoot. And the camera, they shot a video telling Nigerians what has happened, what is going on with them. They need help. They need to be rescued. And that camera they use actually came forth to help them. That was what people saw, and they raised alarm and they were rescued from that place. We have a video that is trending. Let's take a look at the video.
I don't
right
know whether
away.
I have the video uploaded already. I think I uploaded another one already.
A mining company who brought us from Nigeria to come and work here.
Let's do it. I'll bring it back. 1 minute is here. The video is here. Yeah.
Yes.
A mining company who brought us from Nigeria to come and work here. We have been here for 10 months, but we need the assistance of Nigerians to come and help us, because the Chinese company that brought us here has abandoned us. We arrived here September last year. For 4 months, they delay us at the capital city. Even say we were arrested by the government, and when we came out, they brought us to this bush. You can see there is no house anywhere here. The Nigerian general manager of the company, his name is Maruf Ademola Aregbe. Now, his partner, his name is Amos. He's a Central African citizen. He seized our passport. Without our passport, we cannot pass through their road because their law is very, very strict here. The distance between this place to Bangui is 850 kilometers. So please, Nigerians, if there's the way you can help us, please spread this video. Let them know that some Nigerians have been abandoned in Central Africa. Our location is Senye, under Bambari region in Central Africa. The Chinese man that brought us, his company is a Rado Setraco mining company in Nigeria. The owner of the company is Mr. Yang, and his partner is Mr. Wu. He's also a Chinese man. He's in this very country.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I am going to make sure I will do everything in my means to get a feedback. Like they said, if it is 8 hours to Bangui, if we get in contact with the officer now, what he will do is to make arrangements. 1, their safety. 2, those that don't have passports, they can be issued with emergency traveling certificates, and tickets will be procured for them. While waiting for the ticket for them, the ETC will even enable them to come closer to Bangui, where the embassy officials will be present and make sure that they are secured first until their tickets are procured.
Very good one.
So
and,
you see the video
No,
here.
thank you very much. 2 things go from the story. You gave us a very good analysis. Mary, today, trust me, if a man want to rape you, and you tell the man, say, listen, do what you want to do, but we are alive. That it go wrong.
Yes.
There's a power in this. You understand? It will run. So you can protect yourself with your gun. Use it well. You understand? This gun, everybody should use it now. And I am supporting it. You understand? This is one of the things when I said, what has been hidden from the wise and the prudent have been revealed to the babes and the sucker. You don't need to carry a gun to shoot now. You can shoot with this one. Everybody get this one now. Let's use it well. And I'm very happy for Nigerians who have come out to save people in this desperate situation. For young people, look when they look before South Africa.
They were going for daily bread, though. They are miners. It was a Chinese company that took them over there to work. These are people, able-bodied men that wanted to work and bring, back home the goodies for their family. And they encountered that. And these are not the only people. There are so many out there. I just hope they can be able to rescue more.
You know how many calls I get from Libya?
And others.
You know how many calls I get from Libya in a day? Now my phone is not here. Every day, bros. No, we do not go find for Libya now.
If the country was working, would they risk their life to go there?
From Libya? How many am I buy?
It's hard though. Life is hard here in Nigeria. That is why people are going
out.
No,
these are young girls. Let's go.
I go hustle, Daddy Chris.
Hustling, they went to hustle.
They deceive them for the jobs of Daddy Chris. Let's not misunderstand these ladies. Most times they are trafficked from here that are going to be artisans, hairdressers, caregivers, whatever you can do. Despite those that can praise. It is when they not get there.
Now. When they foresee, I'm not see many people. Nigerian guys don't hear and tire. They don't hear and tire. They see they deceive now with the same thing. Now what did they deceive? Sorry, I'm gonna not use that word for this.
That's
you understand?
And one of them commended and thanked our president for the good work. He said he was one of those people that always abuse Nigeria verbally by saying Nigeria is not a good place. Nigeria is very bad and all that. But at the end, it's the same Nigeria, our own commission that came to rescue them from that place. So he's trying to let us know that Nigeria is not totally bad at all. Nigeria still get head to do things.
No, it's like Papa when you get disagreement with the Papa not your Papa. It's your right to get that thing from Papa before. So Nigeria has not done anything unusual here. Let's get it clear. This is the job of your father, which Nigeria need to play. Nigeria is our father. That's why we can enter. That's the reason I can talk bad of Oborowori and the president. It's because they are my president, they are my governor. They owe me that duty of care. Do you get it? So it's not my Robo Man said, that is when if I marry Mary and they dinner, they cook, they share, eat. No good there. Now, no man, we're supposed to cook, share. That's what we do. No worry. Next news, please. Let's go.
Okay, we also have another video of our this one. I don't know if I should cry you or let's take a look at our road. It's a video of concern, and they are pleading.
But no be small for suffer dey for Agbo Road now. They throw away motor anyhow. Any driver wey we come from Agbo Road wey dey pass there, me just do and gently. But this is a major road. If you are coming from Lagos and you are going to East, Calabar, College or where, Onisha, you must pass through here. In fact, you must pass through here. Very soon I see all those GUO motors. God is good. Going down. You see them, they are coming here. That time the length of the whole road will even go to like 2 kilometers. I'm telling you honestly. This is Benin Asaba Road. It's a very busy road. For the last 4 years, there have been a series of problems. There are so many bad spots on this road because on daily basis, trailers keep falling on this road. The only government would.
You see that? I thought the governance we have now is all about fixing road and bridges. Is it that they are not seeing this one? This is Benin Asaba Expressway.
You're going to tell me
and like the man said, we have so many trailers. So many trailers have been falling.
Federal government road be this one. They not concerned them. What do we do, Mary?
So what are they doing? Why are they not fixing the road? Like the man said, so many trailers have been falling.
Now that man, when he comes from
the same road that even
well, I expected that since he has gone to APC.
So,
yes, that is a federal road. Now, since he don't go APC,
now, David,
even
they defend them now. They can defend them for once.
They are putting people's life at risk. They should do something. They should do something about the road. Tankers, fuel tankers, they fall for the road, everything. What are they doing?
Look at the agony Nigerians have to go through. No, but
our Benin governor now obedient to get power reach. She not get power to fix road. How to fight Peter Obi make not enter the state. Look at the road. Benin Asaba Expressway. They are putting people's life at risk. Travelers.
Security wise. They're not gonna let me pass here for night security. Because this will slow your vehicle down. We allow
yes, you must slow down.
It's a security risk. Wow. Now they made it know what they do for that. No, we leave this room. No, we leave them. What is next? Baba, we see Baba they travel. I mean, we'll just share that one before we go to we see it. Baba they check off. You know why this video they interest me? This morning I was watching on Sky News. Our American president enter do the same thing. If you see the kind plane when America want to go our own, go look at first. That one is my What the crime? You know, it's to climb all these steps, but I know they talking about now. You see, I climb this step now, my heart. I don't tire, I won't wait. I mean, why you show us this kind of video?
This is our very own president, the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is on a diplomatic tour. First of all, he will get to Dubai and then Japan for the Tokyo International Conference for Africa Development, and then he will be going to Brazil. He's doing this for the interest of the people of Nigeria.
Wait, we want African development, the meeting now for Tokyo. I mean, Japan government will give the $80 billion now. Maybe we'll continue to import Japanese car. You see, sometimes we know the language in between, and not they tell us. Wait till African development meeting won't go happen for Tokyo. Wait till you do Addis Ababa. Now, question I ask.
This is international relations. So
okay. Oh, international relations. Okay. African development.
Yes, economic partnership.
Exactly. So we go continue to import Japanese vehicle. House of Assembly, Japanese. We be more. Now that thing they go sign. You see how much our destiny is being taken as well. Wait till carry our meeting now. We want to talk African development. Wait till they go up to Japan. You know, ask yourself, why you be saying also Japanese vehicle now they import? In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Let's go. Engineer, your turn.
We just hope it brings more investments to our country.
It will bring out plenty. Engineer, over to you.
Thank you very much. It's a very good one we're going to be looking at today. In fact, today's program has been very informative. Now, we want to look at the trajectory. A lot of times we have always looked at the fact that most of leadership problems have been centered on ethnic bigotry and all that, religion, sectionalism, and all that. So I want to call it the trajectory of ethnic politics. And having read extensively recently, I came up with a postulation. We're going to be looking at it in segments. And of course, I must understand something. Nigeria was blessed with very wonderful founding fathers. We have about 7 of them. 6 founding fathers and the founding mother. 7 people who took the fight of the independence of this country to Britain and back. They walked in line with our colonialists who had planted a kind of leadership, a kind of indirect rule after the amalgamation of the southern and the northern protectorates, and of course, and the proclamation of the nationhood of Nigeria by the amalgamation in 1914 by Laura Shaw. These people started fighting in the early 40s. I'm talking of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Sir Abat Macaulay, Chief Anthony Enahoro, Sir Ahmedu Bello, Sir Tafawa Balewa, Chief Nnamdi Azikiwe, and of course, the only woman, Chief Fumilayo Ransom Kuti. Now, each of these leaders stood with a kind of identity and proclamation towards a united Nigeria. Inasmuch as they came from the 6 regions, then they actually they actually brought forth a kind of ideology for their people, for the progression of their regions, and for the unification of an ineffectual proclamation. I call it ineffectual because the colonial masters more or less amalgamated us without considering the fundamental diversities that we have as a people in terms of culture, in terms of religion, in terms of policies, in terms of manpower. But the regional leaders were concerned about developing these regions, and they did it greatly. But then, in the course of that trajectory, we begin to see a kind of divergent opinion from two particular leaders who had the vehicle of the media, the print media. Then we didn't have the electronic media to project their different ideologies. And of course, in the early politicians of the 30s, chiefs among them are most talented in writing. And these two people that are most talented in writing and journalism, with which they lulled, look at the language, which they lulled and inflate their egos. There was so much unity, but when these people started looking at what they could do with that vehicle, like as we have SRTV, for example, now we have other media houses, that the Chris tries, is a politician, and he tries to use SRTV to sell only his idea and not the idea of the collective people. That's what I'm trying to explain here. And of course, why simultaneously, it would not have been bad per se, but they were simultaneously bringing down other regions in the disguise of political firmament. About Macaulay, yes, a lot of people might see him as for who he is. He was a very wonderful statesman until he passed away. He's a Yoruba man. And of course, he was the father of Nigerian nationalism and also a journalist from fond of calling dissenting voices imperialist agents. So you can see that the issue with a trajectory of ethnicity started with the likes of Abat Macaulay and Nnamdi Azikiwe. I'm leading us somewhere. And why? But Zik, very intellectual, one of the brightest amongst the seven. They were all very bright, especially Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Funmilayo Ransome Kuti. You can't take it away from them. They were all very bright. But then Azikiwe took it to an elevated proportion, and they rechristened what Abat Macaulay has said. Abat Macaulay called it imperialism agents, called them imperialism agents. Now, he called the other ethnic groups, the other regions. Zikna called it stooges, imperial stooges, Uncle Toms, and Auntie Jemimas, giving an acronym to the different regions and the different personalities they actually have. They're actually the players there. And even whose patriotism and nationalism have never been in doubt were so named. Minor disagreements, and they were blacklisted. And that was where the issue started. When the Southeast, for example, or the region where the NCNC was held by the different leaders, they came with their own regional superiority and regional power. We have the Action Congress in the Southwest being held by Nnamdi Azikiwe. We have Abat Macaulay championing the NCNC. We had the Zikist movement in the Southeast. But then political ego started being massaged. And that was in the early years of our formative nationhood. And that was where our problem started. Zik Art was the publisher of the pilot. And the pilot was a tool he used to create, Zik being the publisher of the pilot, was a tool he was using to create, he used it to his maximal advantage for his people. And the references were made. And we're going to look at those references. Why do we have leaders that are always, they might start well, but they create, at the course of that trajectory, they begin to be divergent and become ethnic players instead of national players. Zik was a great man. Abat Macaulay was a great man. But a lot of people do not know this history. If we must forecast and project a solution to our future, we must relate to our past and look at what our history actually brought to us. The editors of his paper, the pilot, they daily eulogize him, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and sometimes for the hitherto unknown or unearthed good things of Nigeria. And of course, they called him Mother Africa. Some of them acclaimed him the Gandhi of Africa. You see where neutrality, when you come to a table of leadership, neutrality is very, very important. You see, when the people, the elders of the pilots, or rather the editors, started calling Zik the Gandhi of Africa, and others declared Zik had alexified electrified. They even tagged and electrified them. Zik was obviously very gifted. That you can't take it away from Nnamdi Azikiwe. The Southeastern leader was very gifted. In fact, he was very oratorial. He was one of the finest writers, one of the finest diplomats that Nigeria ever.
Engineer,
Yes.
Thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
this, your beautiful thing. I want you to tell us what the in general context, what they are.
Yes.
Were they the cause of the ethnical, of the tribalism we are going through today? Is that the essence? Is that your presentation?
Yes, I think the cause.
Yeah, go on, sir.
Because the tribalism started from this generation.
Okay,
the tribalism started from this generation when Abat Macaulay was projecting the Yoruba ideology through his imperialist proclamations. He had a newspaper himself. Zik had the pilot, and the pilot was one of the most followed paper then. So he was projecting whatever he does, but I wouldn't blame. He was not the person. He had editors, and that is why journalism needs to be taken seriously. A lot of us journalists, we play to the gallery instead of stating the obvious, stating the facts, telling them to their face when they do wrong. But we play to the gallery. Psychophancy in journalism did not start today. It's historically, from what we have seen, it has started since. And when you turn to look at some of these things, you begin to wonder. Look, Zik brazenly supported a policy which clearly threatened the livelihood of the Yorubas. For example, when there was a policy against palm kernel imposed, the pilot supported it. The Southwest were major producers of palm kernels. The newspaper wrote an editorial supporting the imposition. If truly we want to have that one Nigeria, we should, as a point of necessity, throw things like this out of the window. That is what they were trying to say. And it was part of this thing. That was why when the first coup happened in January 16th, 1966, a lot of people looked towards that area, that it was a regional coup. And that was why we had the Count coup. The seed of ethnic bigotry started in the First Republic. Especially started, it will shock you, but it started from our founding fathers.
Engineer, based on your experience, I'm going to ask questions so that I can put it in your perspective. Based on your findings, who was a nationalist? Who was being tribal here? And what are the implications? I'm happy you've been able to say now that. So they had their own newspaper. The newspaper were not, they were not independent. Of course, newspaper will play to the gallery. He who plays the piper will dictate the truth. I can understand that. Yeah, but what I'm saying now is that between these two men, let name them. About Macaulay, is what is a Yoruba man, what you're saying. Nnamdi Azikiwe was an Igbo. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chief Awolowo. His pilot was favoring the Chief Awolowo. Yeah, these men, were they nationalists? Let's not go, because we'll just go criticizing and not criticizing. I want to understand. Were they nationalists?
Yes, I will tell you. At the Chris.
No, I want to know what were their mistakes. Go straight to it. What do you think they should have done?
You asked the question. You asked two questions. You said, who are the nationalists? Are they nationalists? And what were their mistakes? I'm trying to lead you there. Now,
exactly.
They are nationalists.
Good. Okay.
I'm going to say it. They are nationalists. The seven of people I mentioned were the seven nationalists, the seven founding fathers and mother of the Nigerian nationhood. And I named them. Awolowo, Abat Macaulay, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Tafawa Balewa, Ntone Nahoro, Amadu Bello, and Ransom Kuti, Fumilayo Ransom Kuti. Now, in the Southwest, a lot of people don't know, the main nationalists in the Southwest, besides is Awolowo, they are nationalists, but Awolowo had an edge over Abat Macaulay.
Engineer, you look as if I'm fighting you. No, take it easy. I want to get context from what you've done, which is a beautiful presentation. I want to know, you see, this is exactly, you wrote a book, you say, oh, you blame them for going to war, but they have no option but to go to war. I've read that book. I want to ask you a simple question. Were these guys in their dealing portray the definition of who a nationalist is? If not, what were their mistakes? So what are the mistakes?
Yes, they did. Yes, they portrayed. Yes, they did. Okay. All of them did. They portrayed what we are talking about, who a true nationalist is. They fought
in what way? In what way, sir? In what way?
All right. They had meetings and all. They were the people that went and met the Queen in 1957. They discuss the Bulletin Constitution of 1956 in structuring the Constitution in such a way to aid the proclamation of independence. We were supposed to have independence with Ghana in 1959 or so, but because we're not ready, it went to that. Now, they were the people that were representing the different regions. The 7 of them were representing the different regions. The most senior of the statesmen were Albert Macaulay, because he has started his projections and this kind of style of journalism far before them. Now, when they had this meeting, the meeting was intended to consider, to bring together the need for the British to cede independence to Nigerians. And there was oneness. Each region knew its strengths, and there was oneness in their intent pre-independence and the early years of post-independence, before the disintegration of ethnic bigotry started. They were all doing well. But then, a lot of you, as humans, they were just leaders or followers. Their regional constituents started reasoning along ethnic lines. Now, especially when Albert Macaulay was writing from his paper and Zeke was writing from his paper, each, because they had the instrument of a vehicle of conveyance of their ideology, each of them were being projected not by themselves. Now, that's what I want us to understand. That's the contrast. Not by themselves, but by the instrument that they have, by their newspapers. Their editors were playing to the gallery.
Engineer, wait. Engineer,
yes,
sometimes you talk, I don't get it. Yesterday, we played a video of our former president, Goodluck Jonathan. He particularly praised the late Tanzanian president, Nyerere. You understand? How he was able to unite Tanzania. That is both Muslims and Christians. He made them to speak one language. Let me brought that video to us here. I'm asking, which of our national leaders was able to exhibit that character in their time? And perhaps, is that what we're going through now? Is it the bad seed they sow that we are going through, or they will sow the good seed that we are following? Because the essence of going through this, history is for us to learn a lesson. I'm trying to put what you have given to us in context. That's what I'm trying to get, sir. You have this understanding more than me right now because you went through the video. Based on your character, based on who they are, were there anyone thinking of, we're thinking of one Nigeria, how can one Nigeria be better for us? Or they were thinking of their personal area. Newspaper, everybody Nyerere used instrument to pursue his things.
We're not talking.
So let's not go into that.
We should understand something. We're not talking of one person here, like Julius Nyerere of Tanzania, for example. We're talking of 7 individuals who, in their own way, brought something to bear on the trajectory of our democracy. Now, they all did well, but they have different levels of involvement in what they did. Like Fumilayo Ransome-Kuti was more concerned about the area of inclusiveness, gender inclusiveness in governance, and she fought that to the detail. There was a summit in 1962 in the United Kingdom when pounds and naira was 1 naira, 2 kobo to 1 pound. The British, 1 naira, 2 pounds to 1 naira. The British came to Lagos to inquire from the Nigerian government. Awolowo was the minister, was the chief economic advisor, for example. I give it that acronym. To inquire how we're able to do it. They were invited to the UK to teach their own economists in a conference on the template that was used. Awolowo did great. The 7 of them did. I have not excused the 7 of them, but I am bringing to bear that they allowed their vehicle to create a semblance of what we are seeing today. A lot of historians could not reference this because they were more, their positive sides were being looked at alone. The pilot was projecting, people started getting angry, and ethnic bigotry started when it was seen that this newspaper.
In other words, they were ethnic bigots. Let's be clear. You cannot say my paper is doing it and I'm not the one supporting it. They use their paper to portray it. Don't say they are not the one that did it. So be fair, say the mistake of our forefathers is what we are going through now. Let me put it in context. Let me understand
But
it.
we
because
have amplified the mistake became the mistake. The mistake, unfortunately, why I wouldn't call it completely a mistake is because of the fact that a reaction from the January 1966 coup that was seen, that was carried out by a lot of Igbos and a few splinter of Yorubas against majority Northerners and few Southerners became the bedrock of the counter coup of July 1966. And that was when this problem of ethnicity started.
Anyway,
in 1966, it started in
very much.
1966.
I hear where you're going.
And it started and created a.
Yeah. And I want to just put some things in context here. Thank you, Gina. You did a very good job. What I want to say is this: yes, we are all aware that the one Nigeria they were preaching then was not actually one Nigeria. The Yoruba man was fighting for his Yoruba interest. The Northerners were fighting for their Northern interest. The East were fighting for their Eastern interest. And they were very individualistic. Because you know how that translated when the coup took place, and that especially Aguiyi came to take over power. Aguiyi was the one Nigerian man. He was the one that united Nigeria. Until Aguiyi it was different regions. When Aguiyi came, he said, why do we have different regions? Let us be one in terms of economy and all that. We turned out to backfire on him. But his intention was that we should do things together, keep one economy and grow together. Let's share. That's what we're still sharing now. Right? Which is not necessarily bad. But our first politicians, they were very, very tribal. I think was a very Igbo man. Awolowo was a very Yoruba man. And so is the Northerner. So let us be, and we need to learn from it. It might be good. Every Nigerian say, let's go back to it. The question I ask always is, why I'm asking the same question. What are you going back to there? Let us be. So when we put this in context, engineer, you see, you keep on something, you say they were this, they were not. They were this, they were not. You couldn't really, I was listening to try and make a statement out of it. That's my own. Because what happened is that when Aguiyi took over, the Northern,
but it's not out of place. This is not. I'm coming to, let's understand what we're doing here now. This is not about me. It's about, or if you are, as you are the anchor, it's not out of place if you bring in these ideas that they were tribalists. I'm giving it to you have more knowledge than us. You are more vast than nobody has a monopoly of knowledge. If you come out and tell us that these people, like what you are saying now, it would have helped a lot. I would have gone further and discussed more on it. You will say they are tribalists. We all know they are tribalists, but we are equally looking at their strengths and where their weaknesses came in from and where the tribal bigotry started. And that was when it started.
I'm not attacking you, sir. I'm only saying that we need to understand it because it was this very bad seed they sowed that led to the war. Because when Aguiyi now took over, they said that the coup did not kill one person that was supposed to be killed. They didn't kill Azikiwe. Then the Northerners said, oh, why did you kill Azikiwe and you kill our people? Then they not came. And they came back and come and kill us. And then the Igbo man have no choice but to go to war. Let us not do something we are not sure or be able to defend. That's why I said I'm very scared of this topic. I don't have the full background knowledge. I don't have the full background information, but I know. That's why when Ojukwu said a book was written, Ojukwu had no choice but to go to war. But Ojukwu should have avoided the war. Because Ojukwu had no choice. The killing in the north, every Igbo man was being slaughtered. Bad seed sowed. They were not one Nigeria. We're still doing it now. Herdsmen did it. Your mama did it. At the end of the day, Mary, you know the implication. You will see another man that know nothing, you will kill him. Another man will not know anything, they will kill him for them. Yeah. Let us be very careful when we sow seed of discord. I thought that is what engineer wanted to teach us today.
Well, I was leading us as it is. If we get to the end, you were not. I was taking us somewhere now. It was a full narrative. I
Okay,
didn't
sir.
get
All right, you
anywhere.
think that's
You were interjecting,
All right, let me let
interjecting.
you finish here. Engineer, let me let you finish there.
No, there's no point. Let's continue. Already, you are flowing. I was going somewhere. I was leading us somewhere, but you were interjecting me,
Engineer,
asking me questions like that. We're doing an exam.
It's all right. We will learn from this. When we come to this place, the history, when they say go and study history, you know why they study history? History is to learn from the mistake how governance was being done. You know, when I was doing religious knowledge, I never got a credit on time. Because when I would read one thing of the Bible, I would not quote the Bible, go. It was not put in the political or it was from the religious context. I was quoting every portion of the Bible. That was not what religious studies was all about. We'll do that another time. Anyway, thank you very much. I think we've done, we are now 2 hours into the show. The mistake of our forefathers should not be allowed to happen. There should be no more second war, Nigerian civil war. The civil war of that time came from seed of discord, which engineer is trying to explain and blaming and unblaming and claiming and unclaiming. That these people, when they started, all they wanted to have in Nigeria. And at the end, all of them wanted to be president. Let me say it. Azikiwe wanted to be president. Awolowo wanted to be president. Tafawa Balewa wanted to be president. There were so many betrayers. Not looking at let one person be. Because only one person will be there at a point in time. I do not have history correctly. But even that time, during the First Republic, do you know why Azikiwe became president? Azikiwe thought the power was to the president. So he fought and he became president. It was when he now became president and they made the other one prime minister that I told him, no, the power is with the prime minister, not the president. Because we're running the parliamentary system then. That selfishness is what we are going through now. When we are here again, let Nigerians speak true to themselves. You don't bring this kind of dangerous topic and don't address it well. We want to learn that only one person will be president. Let the best among us rule. Aguiyi-Ironsi's intention was pure. Let us come together and run a very beautiful country. We share what we have. No North, South, no Yoruba control. This one control. This one. No, let's share it. Which was a good intention. The man's intention was pure. But when the war now came, oh, because I didn't kill your brother, because they didn't kill my brother, that was what annoyed the Northerners. They came and they started killing. They overtook it. And then the killing started. If we don't address this, if we don't look at our leaders who are always wanting to be president, like anytime Buhari will lose the election there, he said, I will make the country ungovernable. Because you have not won. Now you have won. Amemera, engineer, you brought a very dangerous thing. Don't bring it like this again. When you bring it, it must be put in context. Nigerians have made a lot of mistakes in the past. That is what led to the slaughter of one another during the Civil War. We don't want our children to get it wrong again. Don't be selfish, leaders. Think of one Nigeria, because we have enough to take care of every single one of us. Wherever that power comes from, whoever picks it today, let us unite with him and build a nation. And you know why this is so sad? We can have one president at the top there, and yet the power, the wealth still rotate. That's why I was advocating that our local level should be the mouthpiece of our people. Let the development be happening at the local level. Local government must be number one. It should be a source of economic growth. Nobody will care what happened in Abuja again. I'll be going to my local government to tap on my destiny. How many of us can tap on destiny from Abuja? You're a joker. But if there's an opportunity in your village, that's where you're going to go. We should think of how the local government in Nigeria will become the strong force, not the federal government. If at all people go there to draw constitutional conference today, I wonder what they will be saying. Our forefathers made a mistake because, to the best of their knowledge, that's what they knew. That was why they were using their paper to sell whatever they want to sell. But that's what politicians will always be politicians. I'm not blaming them, but let's learn from that history. That's what led the Civil War. We don't want another one. For those of you who, if you don't win the election, you say we will die today. You know when we will die today. Somebody will have to lose, somebody will have to gain. That's why it is a game of winning and losing. Now, Buhari don't die now. But the language Buhari was using was one that was going to lead to war. I will make the country ungovernable. In fact, most of these people in the Boko Haram now, they were on all the hoodlums we are not treating. They said there were people that were empowered with guns. Now they are coming to fight us with it. Who gave them the guns? History, as I know it, as we are looking at this history, I want it to be reflecting on this current one. Politicians then, politicians now. Look at their mistake. Don't make the same mistake. May God bless Nigeria. That's why we're going to end the show today. Let's do it better next time. God bless you all. See you on Monday. A quick meeting.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience.
SRTV. Innovating.